That's got what I like to call major end credits vibes.
Doesn't it though, right? It's like big like movie sort of like just like roll credits. Yeah.
Exactly. It's just that's like my way of describing anything that sounds just like really wide open and like it's just really good at wrapping things up.
Exactly. I like probably should have saved it for like the last song. Oof. But like the last song I have is like pretty good too. Um
All right.
but yeah, no, it's like a super wide song. There's like always like a lot of just like sound going on.
Uh-huh.
But it's never to the point again where like it's like overwhelming. I think that's sort of like the theme for like I tried to pick songs that were like sort of poppy and like well produced, but also not like overproduced. It's like dope that like they do everything themselves too. I really enjoy like bands sort of like make like their own music and it sounds like the mix sounds really good. Um
Yeah, it
yeah,
does.
it's just a fun track. The rest of I don't think they've put out a bad song or song like not worth listening to within the past couple months. Every song's like sort of different. It has like each song has like its own vibe. And this is sort of
I'll have to check it out.
I think like this is like their like biggest sounding song that they put out. It's really just like almost has like that sort of like band Camino, just like big, like energetic, a lot going on, like all like for like the whole song. So yeah, it's a super
Mhm.
fun one.
Yeah, and I think that releasing a single every month is a good way to stay productive and try and just like beat writer's block because when you have that time frame of we have to get something done in a month, then it helps you, I think, kind of work. No, I don't know, kind of work more effectively and find ways to beat writer's block. Because I know, like, for the longest time, I would write parts of songs and then abandon them. And it was my final project last year, my first EP, that really kind of like lit a fire under me. And I had a deadline when I had to have something due.
To-
And so I
Totally.
learned a lot on like how to be productive and creative at the same time. And I think that this is another good way to do that.
Which is like I'm like so glad that like you bring that up because I feel like that's such a hard thing to learn, and I feel like you do have to like learn how to do it, at least like for most people. Just how to like
Yeah,
just like make
because
stuff.
being artistic
Yeah,
because being artistic is it's such a personal thing
exactly.
and it's so much like I want to wait for inspiration to strike, but sometimes you just have to synthesize your own inspiration as it were.
Totally, totally. Yeah, and I feel like it's been like working for them. Like they've like upped their listener count at least I think by double, if not triple. So yeah, I like hope that like they get like really big. But yeah, it's awesome to see like small bands like that just putting out like great music.
It seems like that would be another thing too is that like a monthly release schedule would make sense for the current like social media era when
Totally.
everybody has a lot less of an attention span. If you're constantly putting a spotlight on what you're doing and you're constantly releasing stuff, then you're going to have a more captive audience because you'll constantly be doing things, especially if you're able to make content out of the process as well. Like if you make, videos or Instagram live or whatever while you're working,
Yeah.
I feel like that is a great way to captivate an audience in a way that you never could before.
Yeah, and I'm like so glad that you said that as well. Because I feel like this is a band that has like they've been doing like a lot of like music videos and just like content, just like interviews and just like a lot of like stuff like that. And I feel like in our current like COVID situation, there's just so much stuff coming out, and people like sort of have like more time to like consume art and just consume media. That like
Yeah.
putting out a song every month instead of like one album where it's like it might be like the best album ever, but like people are always going to be like waiting for like the next big thing. And so like
Hmm.
having like that album, like you're absolutely right, or like having like a new single every month, allows people to sort of like have a song, have a song, have a song, and like keep like being like engaged. And
Exactly.
always like excited for like what's next. And I feel like yeah, just like everything considered, it's just like sort of a good way to go.
All right. So my final tune is by a group called Reliably Bad, who make reliably good music.
I was gonna ask.
They this is from their most recent album, which dropped on Friday.
Oh, awesome! It's like super
The album
recent.
is called the album is called Space Girl, and I found this on Reddit. And this is my one of, I don't know, it's hard to pick favorites. One of my favorite songs off of that record, and it's called Make It Out.